This is how I never have bad training sessions. I simply am better than all of you. Okay, that's not true. As in, that's not why I never have bad training sessions. I really am the best in the world. The lack of bad training sessions mainly comes from two things: more manageable training and shifting our expectations to more productive goals. So, starting off with manageable training, this is something I talked about in a few of my other long videos. I used to think the absolute maximum workload you can recover from was going to give you the best results. But since we're reducing my volume drastically, I've actually started getting better results. Training with more recoverable workloads leads to more consistent workouts, and that consistency really helps in making progress. Combine that with staying on top of other factors of recovery, things like sleep, protein, calories, and managing stress, and you shouldn't see too many wild fluctuations in your performance. These big fluctuations only seem to happen when I get sick, for example, or I have some major stressor. As pushing the limits of recovery, my strength levels could fluctuate a ton day to day, even if all my recovery variables were fine. So I really wouldn't know what to expect day to day in the gym, and that psychologically had a lot of negatives. I started to doubt myself as I really had no idea what my strength levels would be each workout until I actually started lifting. And high levels of self-confidence is one of the hallmarks of sports psychology. It, above all other psychological factors, is the best predictor of success. When I switched to more manageable training, my strength levels started to not fluctuate as much, I became more confident in myself, and this created a positive feedback loop where I got better training results. That's the part about more manageable training. Let's talk about expectations. The main thing I did was become more process-oriented rather than outcome-oriented. In the context of a single workout, being process-oriented would be focusing more on completing the whole workout as a goal. Being outcome-oriented would be, say, I want to lift X amount of weight, or I want to hit this weight this easily. Now, obviously, it will be much easier to be successful with a process-oriented approach. All we really have to do is do the workout, simple as that. Contrast that to the outcome-oriented approach. It can be hard to perform to a certain standard every single day, especially if that standard is high. And that's the thing, it doesn't really matter if we don't meet that outcome-oriented goal of being a certain strength level on the day. Now, of course, not being as strong as we expected to be over an extended period of time, yes, that can mean something's wrong. But even with everything I said about having more manageable training, it's inevitable that sooner or later we're going to have a bad day. Being weaker on one single day doesn't really matter, considering we're focused on getting stronger over the long term. We can instead focus on the process of actually getting stronger, something that's very achievable through simple effort and something that's actually going to matter in terms of reaching our goals. It's the sum of all of our work, not our performance on a given day, that makes us stronger. Not to mention, it's much better to focus on things we can actually control and worry about that, rather than worry about things outside of our control. And to some degree, performance will always be outside of our control. Consistency is a big key here too. I made another video recently talking about people who are trying to be perfect with every last little detail. And yes, it doesn't hurt to try and eke out every last little benefit you can from your training. But let's say one day there's a car accident, a ton of traffic, and we're going to be late, and we're not going to be able to get as much sleep as we would like to get. It's completely outside of our control. We're not going to be able to be perfect with every little detail, no matter how hard we try. And now, because we're running late, we're not going to be able to get our 8 hours of sleep. Too often when this happens, people will just give up and then neglect other important factors too. What's the point of taking my protein shake to hit my daily goal if I'm not going to get enough sleep anyways? So again, while we are focused on the process here, the process doesn't need to be perfect. Doing something to help us reach our goal is better than nothing. Drinking that protein shake here is still better than skipping it. Instead of thinking I'm not going to get my sleep, think I am going to get my protein goal. These process-oriented goals should be focused not just because they are what actually matters in terms of getting stronger, but because they are much more achievable as well. This sense of achievement will naturally lead to better expectations of our results, which studies have shown actually leads to better results from training as well. So that's basically it. Focus on more conservative training, focus on the process of training rather than the outcome, and understand we won't always be perfect. Simply reframing our mindset can pay huge dividends. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys have responded great to these longer videos, really helping with the algorithm by liking, commenting, and sharing. Please do that again if you can. Thanks again. Let me know if there are any more topics you want me to cover down below in the comments. And again, thanks for watching.